What's up, guys? Frugal BC got a new DeFi project to talk to you about today. It is called Cometa. Cometa? I don't know how to pronounce it, but we're going to dive into it, what is yielding, what it's for, and we're just going to break down the project on today's Frugal BC. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are looking at Cometa. I'm still not sure how to pronounce it, but it looks pretty cool. It's a brand new DeFi project launched pretty recently, and we're just going to dig through all the nuts and bolts. Kind of give it the once over as we usually do on Frugal BC, which is a reminder. Hey guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the like button for the algorithms, if you wouldn't mind. This is all about, what we do. We dive into it, we do the experiment, and we kind of have a criteria that we go through on each project, because there's a lot of projects out there and not all of them are great. Algorand we've had pretty good luck with overall, but you never know. So stick around if you want to see all our experiments. Probably due for some 1 year wrap-ups pretty soon too, so keep an eye out for that. And subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to see. You want to make sure you get notified when they come out. And anyway, we're going to dive into Kameta. Kameta. Yeah, and that just doesn't roll off the tongue, does it? Well, let's take a look here. I'm just going to call it Kameta from now on, but this is it's a liquidity hub, sustainable, easy to use liquidity aggregator on Algorand. So what I'm seeing, we can dig into it in a moment. Let's just look at the products. Yield farming version 2.0 in love from the first touch. I don't know. It's just, that's so weird. Yeah, so they do some yield farming with automatically sold and re-added. In other words, wow, I'm drawing a blank on what that's called when it's automatically reinvested like that, but automatically compounded actually. So APY much higher than APR, as their little chart indicates. And instant conversion of algos to LP. Well, that's really interesting. I think that's pretty cool, huh? Locked pools, incentives for long-term liquidity provision makes farming more sustainable for projects. Well, that's pretty cool. Let's see, liquidity as a service. So you only need algos. That's pretty cool because, one of the annoying things about a lot of these farmings, it's kind of labor intensive. I use that in quotes. I mean, I spent a day building a fence, so I'll tell you what labor is. It is not doing things on crypto, but it takes up time, and so having them be able to just kind of like create the LP straight up, that's kind of cool. I like that. We're gonna take it for a test drive too in a little bit. Liquidity as a service is more profitable and less risky. Yield farming for users. Permanent loss. This is supposed to have impermanent loss protection, which is pretty interesting. 2 assets exposure required. Here you only need 1 asset exposure, 2 times the fees. Wouldn't that be worse, not better? I guess they mean the fees that you get versus pay. Required incentives in yield farming. This one's significantly cheaper cost than incentivizing LP. Project owns tokens, ability to customize incentives to attract liquidity and users versus attracting mercenary capital. Interesting that they lay those out. I'd like a little more explanation on this. Now here's the team. As you know, we always talk about the team. They won the Algorand Innovative Hackathon. I don't love it when they only have first names. There is no link to LinkedIn profiles, so we don't really know 100%. I'm sure we could Google and maybe figure it out. They seem to have a lot of experience with Google. We see some machine learning experience. Just trying to see which ones you might have heard of. Yeah, a lot of couple Google people in there. So I'm a little nervous that it doesn't include full names because you don't know who you're dealing with. I always like full team names. Now there's reasons for that, and there's a service called Citrus that's coming out that's should be verifying. It's actually verifying some of these people because sometimes they have other jobs that they don't want to announce that they're kind of working on the side project until they're ready to launch. So it's understandable. I get it. But at the same time, as an investor, you worry about, not having names on these because Algorand didn't have names and there was some questionable English on it. You worry about when they don't have proper copywriting. and Anaran went downhill. So I'm not saying this is Anaran by any means, so don't make that comparison, but it's just a signal that we do need to be careful about who we're working with. So that I'll call that half a red flag. At least they have some indication of who they are in their background, but I like full names or some reason why, some explanation why, hey, we can't give our full names because we work for another company or something. Let's see. Yeah, so the Meta token sale launched in Q2. Q3 was supposed to be the audit, and on mainnet. I think it's mainnet now. Let me look at that token too, because so it's at about 72 cents, which is pretty impressive, or almost 2 algo. And you can see it really hasn't moved much since it launched, since the token launched. Also, they appear to be ahead of the game because, well, I guess it is Q3 now. But yeah, auto compounding is supposed to happen, and boosted pools. Protocol DAO is coming in Q4. Partnerships with algo native stablecoins will be coming, and then in Q1, a DEX aggregator, V model launch. I don't know what that is. Multi-chain. Yeah, so they should have others, and then bridge Algorand near. Interesting. Near protocol. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Yeah, and here's all the partners. Crypto Nerd is a partner / investor. So I wonder what that means. I assume it means the token. This is where it gets confusing because he like covers crypto, covers the Algorand space, but is also like pretty heavily involved in it, which is interesting. I'm trying to stay like out of all that because I want to cover this from a journal, more of like a journalist, looking into this and trying all the things and being kind of coming at it from just like kind of a regular guy who's an investor in this stuff. That's been always my goal. Well, anyway, so you can hit the launch app. I already did, and so here it is. Now you have your standard swap, so you can swap from one coin to another. And there's a lot of stuff in here, a lot of ones I haven't heard of, which is really interesting. So if you're having trouble finding, there's like so many tokens. And of course there's a search, I believe. They're not just, oh yeah, Algorand. See, it's funny, most lists just kind of have Algorand first. Them, it's more like when you come across those search forms for a country and like they don't just have United States at the top. It's kind of like that. And I don't have a problem with that. Zap. Add liquidity and get LP tokens in one click. That's interesting. And then the farm right here. These are all the different farms you can participate in. There's a lot of them. There's gems. And a lot of them pay pretty well. Kitsu Inu, board. This is all the ones that are here, and they have a time limit, just like Yieldy. So the highest one on here is board, but board has like the worst price action. This is I had some board on Yieldy, and it just kept going down while I like ASA stats. Maybe I'll do that one. Can I click on? No, I can't. So you can't just click on the farm. Oh wait, oh, it just goes to the stats token. Okay, I don't want to do that. So I poked around a little bit beforehand, but I kind of want to just show what it's like as a new user. I think that's useful. And then there are staking too. You can stake one thing to earn others. You can stake ASA stats, stake Meta. You can buy and stake Meta. It tells you the TVL and then how much you earn. So you can stake X SOL to earn X GLI. So you have an Algorand version of Solana. Board for board, ASA stats, but there's no button. So I kind of like, I just like when having a button here, I guess. But yeah, this just goes to the token. Okay, well, let's try it out. Let's go to Zap. So I don't understand, because what if I wanted to stake? How do I stake? Is it automatic if I own those? Well, let's just do, well, hold on, let me see. Let's pick one here. Go mint Algorand. Let's just do go mint Algorand. How about that, huh? So that's the go mint is actually, let's do gems. Well, yeah, I'm gonna do gems. I know the go mint one is higher, but gems has pretty solid price action and is a pretty solid token. So, all right. So I'm going to go to Algorand. And what did I say? Gems? If I do gem, that ought to bring it up. Oops, enter amount. Wait, am I connected? Uh-oh. I didn't connect my wallet. Silly me. Sorry about that. This will just take a second. It went to, I do have a bunch of ACAT, but yeah, let's go to Algo. Let's do 10 Algo worth. Fine, look, get LP. And I'm just signing the transaction on here. The little window pops up. You probably saw on your end, you will see the signature, but not the actual window. Just kind of how my program works here. I like the little Pac-Man thing. That's a nice touch. You see that down there? And that is done. So if I go to farm, let's see, gems. And then, okay, so yeah, so you do it through Zap, you find it on the thingy here, and there's a little button that says max. You kind of can't see it unless you highlight it. It's kind of hard to see. Hit stake. And let's see how that goes. Got the little Pac-Man thing again going on the bottom. I really like that. I think that's a nice little touch. Maybe it's because I grew up when I was a kid, I'd play Pac-Man like all the time. It's like if your family went to Pizza Hut, they'd always have the little Pac-Man. It was like a table. It was almost like a little table, and you sat down at the table and played. It's pretty cool. Stake done. We're in. Okay, so you can see the amount. That wasn't very much. It was like 10 algo worth, so it's about 350. Again, this is just to test it out, and you can see it actually growing in real time. So if you can just watch it here, yep, 0.00005 gems, and that amount in 0.3 in algo. So it's just you can actually watch it go up in real time. You can hit compound. I want to see what happens. Hit compound. You normally would not want to do it this soon. We're probably paying more in fees, but I just want to try it out to show you on the channel here. And little Pac-Man logo is happening again, and there it is. It's compounded. I got to sign again. Interesting. Just to transfer, and internal Zap slippage is higher than it's expected. All right, well, whatever. Probably because we have such a small amount. But yeah, pretty cool. You can, like I said, you can see it growing in real time. So you can just watch it grow. Not that I recommend you spend a lot of time doing that, but let's see. They also have NFTs, and I don't know if they're just selling it. Let me see here. Interesting. So these are some of the NFTs that you can buy. I don't know what, can you actually buy them on here? What? No, it just goes to NFT Explorer. So I didn't explore this one yet, but it has just like kind of I don't know what the deal is with that is. Interesting. Join MetaPunks. MetaPunks are 2,589 3D NFT avatar that will give you access to utility on every sector of the blockchain world, DeFi, NFTs, gaming, metaverses. By one of our 3D avatar to enter the holder hub. Once you enter our holder hub on Discord, yeah, so apparently you can get these MetaPunks, which are Algorand punks, and they give you a bunch of features. You can join the DAO trades, all this stuff. So that's interesting. So I have to say, whenever I come across a new DeFi project like this, I always think, well, what does this do that the other ones don't do? Because I already have several of these that I deal with. The most recently, I joined Humble, and I'm probably not going to use that one anymore because I literally cannot add more stuff. It just will not recognize LP pools in my wallet. I've tried to add them. So, as I've made gains, like I'm in the Algorand pool, and it simply will not update to, even though I add new liquidity pools. But this one does it automatically. There's a compound button that lets you do it automatically. It didn't work, so we might have to try it a couple times. I like how easy it is to join these pools. It's so much, they save so many steps compared to some of the other ones in the initial phase. Not that it's a huge deal, but it is nice if you see a new thing come out like this. And again, I'm gonna call it Cometa. I don't know. I'm thinking like Comet, but with an A. Cometa. I don't know. But I like how I like the design. I like the little Pac-Man logo. I think that when it's processing things, I kind of like that. It's a nice little touch. I don't like that the team isn't fully doxed. I want your full names on there, or a good explanation of why not. Because if I'm trusting my money with you, I want to know who I'm dealing with. I understand some of the reasons, but I don't. So that's definitely a -1 for them. But overall, I have to say I'm pretty impressed with it so far. We'll do a review, see how it goes in 30 days, I think. And yeah, any questions for you guys that you have? It looks like they've got some cool things in the works. They're doing some nice stuff. I like how easy it was. So very curious to hear what you guys think about this. Let me know in the comments below. As always, I'm Frugal BC. Stay safe out there, guys. Thanks for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the future.